Hey, before the video starts, I just want to say that this is just some free play gameplay that's going to be in the background. I don't want to spoil anything, not even things from the story or what have you. So this gameplay today is just going to be free play, so don't worry about any of that spoiler stuff. Alright, now let's get into the video. How's it going, everyone? Lazy Clips here, and it's been a minute since I've uploaded. So recently, just the other day, the EA Access trial came out on the Xbox One for Anthem, and I put in just about my 10 hours, and I want to give my impressions on it. I'm actually having a lot of fun with the game. Much of my time was actually spent in free play and actually walking around the town. I know a big mentality of a lot of people playing the game right now, and a lot of complaints you'll see from people online especially are going to be about the world, and it's because a lot of people are rushing to the end game, and I think that they're missing out on so much by doing that. I played near 10 hours now, and I'm just getting to that place where you have to explore the tombs for people that have heard about it, which consists of doing multiple objectives that you do over a period of time. And I feel like I progressed in the right way, as after you do a mission, after you do free play and stuff like that, and some story quests, you will be able to talk to citizens in the fort, and they have their own little stories to tell and own little progressions to go through, and some of them even give you contracts, which are little side quests, mostly fetch quests or kill quests, which isn't too bad. But that being said, after you progress to a certain point in the main story, you have to do these tasks, 4 different tombs, and they each consist of different tasks, and what you do is accomplish them in free play or otherwise, and it's just something you do over time. And at the point that I've gotten it, I have many side quests and even expeditions I can do, which will help me accomplish that. So the people that complain about it just want to rush to get it finished, as they're either on a time constraint or just want to get to the end quickly, and I just don't agree with that style of playing for this game. I'm not saying you can't do that, and I'm not saying it's wrong to do it, but I just don't agree with that, and I feel like that you miss out a lot from this game by doing that. And that's enough of a rant about the tombs. I think they're perfectly fine, and I think that they're not asking a lot from you. And I've done the whole grind for the sleeper in Destiny 2, and this is absolutely nothing compared to that. For those that have done it, they'll understand, and honestly, it's not a bad grind at all. The grind that they have you do in Anthem, it's really reasonable, and it respects your time. But I've been having so much fun, as one of the best things about this game is absolutely the combat, and they have made a lot of improvements since the VIP demo and the open beta. Basically, in terms of general stability and in terms of the 95% loading screen and all the problems that the VIP demo and open beta had, it's all gone. I've had no dropouts, I've had no crashes, and there is going to be a day 1 patch, so I'm hoping it fixed some of the other issues. I did run into a glitch where I was stuck in the ground and the whole instance actually wiped, but we reloaded and we were fine. But when I loaded back in, I wasn't flying correctly. It was very weird. I was walking backwards, and I'm actually not going to show that in this clip, but I did record it. And just some smaller issues. I've seen issues of people having weird camera angles during cutscenes and things like that, and that's points I haven't gotten to yet. But I feel like, and I hope that it gets fixed in the day 1 patch. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot of your character showing. You do get to choose a face for your character, and there aren't many times that you see that face, so I'm hoping that you get to see that. You do move a little bit faster in the forward, but I wouldn't classify it as running. Maybe like a brisk pace. It doesn't feel like running. It doesn't feel like it's any faster, but it's not as big as a crawl as it was back then. This game sort of reminds me, in terms of the world, it does remind me of Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition in ways, in terms of how you come back and talk to characters and things like that. I'm not sure why it's reminding me of Dragon Age 2, but I do remember playing that, and there were things that changed, and there were like time constraints. There were acts in that game, but there isn't any of that in this. No time constraints as far as I could tell, but for whatever reason it's reminding me of that. Another complaint / impression I have are of the faces of some characters. They don't seem as fleshed out as others, and they do remind me of Mass Effect Andromeda. As much as I hate to say it, as I actually very much enjoy Mass Effect Andromeda, but it does remind me of when it first came out. But that being said, it's not a big complaint, as I do enjoy the citizen stories that exist within the fort. I also enjoy the fort, as it seems to be opening up as you progress through the story, and side missions. And one last thing that I really enjoy, actually, is the progression of this game, as you absolutely feel yourself growing incrementally stronger, little by little, as your gear score goes up. It's very, very cool. After every mission, expedition, and all that, up to the end game, I'm sure, you basically have something new that you could add to your arsenal, and that gets your gear score up a little bit higher. So it's been pretty nice. I'm sitting at uncommon right now, maybe like 130 or something, so that's pretty cool. As I feel like at the rate that I'm going, as I'm about I think I'm level 11 right now, you almost have 30 hours. It'll probably be 30 plus hours just to get to level 30, and that's not including item levels, and I think that's really great, especially if you play the game in a way similar to how I play it, which should be how most people play it. So you could be expecting maybe 30 hours, 30 plus hours if you go through all the quests, side quests, and everything. So I actually like that a lot. That doesn't mean you won't finish the main story much sooner, but if you go through it in a different way and don't just concentrate on the main story and actually go through the side missions and the contracts and things like that, it seems like you get a lot of time out of this game and a lot of mileage, which is very nice, and hopefully we'll continue to see more from this game as time goes on with some content drops and continued service for this game. And as always, the combat is great and free play is great. I have no complaints whatsoever about the world and the progression and even the story at this point. I'm actually having a lot of fun and enjoying it, as it's not a race to the end. You know, you gotta enjoy the journey of this game, I feel like, and of any game really. I'm big into multiplayer games, like versus, not battle royales, but in terms of a lot of games, I've mostly played it for multiplayer, but on some games, you do have to play through the story, as it's absolutely worth it. This is one of those games. You should enjoy the ride, as hopefully there's more to come, but as somebody who enjoyed the ride for Mass Effect Andromeda, and got to see no more of it, I would be very, very disappointed if this game somehow got a bad rap, and it didn't go further, or as far as it could. So I'm hoping we'll see more for the story from this game, that they continue to support it even if it's not as crazy a reception, because people that are talking about it now and that get into it now just rushed through something that they should have taken more time on. Some of the streamers, some of the people I watched just rushed to the end, and that was very disappointing to me, just to see them grinding about item level and griping about how they don't understand the culture and the story, because there is a story and there is a culture, and they do talk about it, and there are loads and loads of entries that you could read, and codexes scattered around the world and the town they could read, and people to meet with stories to tell and personalities, and it's pretty well fleshed out, and there's still a lot of mystery and a lot of unknowns, and I think that's the real beauty of this game. So my impression after my 10 hours is that this is a good game, and if you're on the fence about trying it out on EA Access, you could just play it on EA Access. It's $5 for 10 hours basically, and then you could cancel EA Access and you don't even have to buy the game. And what's more is that if you do get the game and you are interested in the game, you're able to play for 10 hours and that progress carries over, which is great for me, as I wanted to put in time and I wanted to see what it was about, and I feel like that I definitely got my time's worth, but I'm disappointed that I can't get more. So I'm very much looking forward to the full release. If people are watching this and they're getting a lot of mixed messages from people and they don't know what to think, all I gotta say is just form your own conclusions. If you don't use the EA Access trial, just watch people's gameplays, as a lot of things that are going to be coming out and that are coming out on YouTube are crazy sensationalist titles and attention grabbing things that are all clickbait, because controversy sells and negativity gets a lot of attention on YouTube and in general. That's the state of YouTube, and that's the state of gaming right now, as people don't really enjoy good things when they have it, and they always wish for something that they envisioned instead of enjoying something for what it actually is. And as a consumer, I understand, but still I feel like that not enjoying something that is good or has good aspects to it is a loss in its own. At any rate, everybody, I do hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about Anthem, in terms of my time with it or for the game in general, feel free to ask. If you want me to elaborate on anything that I talked about, give any more impressions, or even want to see more gameplay, I could upload it before the full release, as I have gone through things such as codex entries and challenges, and I could talk about that. So just let me know. I may upload it again before the full release, maybe talking about some more aspects that I enjoy, or things that I dislike. Only time will tell, and we'll see. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck out there. I'll see you guys next time.